Hey everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Movies for Life YouTube channel, and welcome to this new series for the month of March 2026 that I'm entitling Modern Horror Movie Reviews. So I was actually going to do this series in May in a couple of months, but I'm going to be gone the first week of May. We're doing the whole Disney thing in Orlando, Florida, my wife and my 9-year-old son. Um, so I figured since I'm only going to have 3 weeks in May and I have a ton of these kind of movies that I want to review, that I would switch it to another 31-day month, and that is March. So over the course of March, I'm going to review about 12 or 13 what I call modern horror movies. Now, these are horror movies that, when I say modern, I should probably try to explain that. A lot of these are within the last 10 years, like 2016 to 2026. Well, actually 2015 to 2025. There could be some as early as 2010. But mostly the last 10 to 15 years. That's what's included here in this series. Because I realized with doing my horror movie collection that I showed off to start this year, I have so many of these modern horror movies that people talk about all the time and I still haven't seen. Movies like Hereditary, movies like Black Phone, movies like Smile, Talk to Me. I could go on and on and on. In fact, my list that probably includes about 30, 35 movies in the last 15 years that I have in my collection, but I haven't actually watched or certainly reviewed on my channel. So I decided to come up with a series where I could just focus on these modern horror movies. And so my first review for this is going to drop as early as March 2nd, and I'm going to put up 3 each week. So three for the first 4 weeks to give you 12, and then the last week of March on the 30th or 31st, it's kind of a half week. I'm going to do one more. So I think there's going to be 13 modern horror movies that I review throughout the month. So that's what you can kind of expect. I'm not going to tell you exactly what they are. You have to tune in for that. But it's going to be every couple 2 to 3 days that there's going to be a new review up for this series. So yeah, there's a lot of these movies, and I included everything in my series here, in my list, I should say, even ones that you don't necessarily think of, ones that might have been straight to VOD or straight to streaming, not necessarily all theater releases either, I should mention. So yeah, just kind of looking at my list, 2015, 2018, 24, 17, 20, a lot of them in the 2020s, honestly. I know I had a few that there's a 2011, a 2013. So yeah, 2011 is basically the starting. 2025 is the ending, because I don't believe any of these movies are 2026 yet. Because obviously I haven't even seen any movies at the theater for 2026 yet. I'm hoping to see Scream 7 this week here at some point, and probably have a spoiler-free review up for that in the next week or 10 days. I wasn't in a huge hurry to run out to the theater to see it one of the first couple of days. I'm going to let it die down a little bit. But anyway, with that being said, this is just an intro video for this March series, Modern Horror Movie Review series. As I said, my first video is gonna be up within 48 hours here, so stay tuned for that. And I think it's gonna be a good one. I picked the first one. This was actually one that went to Shudder directly, and that's as much as I'm going to say about it. It's from about, well, I'll say it's within the last 7 years. That's as much as I'll say about it. But you're going to find out anyway within a couple of days. But it's a movie I only saw once on Netflix, and it kind of impressed me and creeped me out at the same time. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. If you have any questions, comments about this series, please put them down below in the comments. Please like this video, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming reviews for this series. And make sure you subscribe to my channel as well so you don't miss anything on my channel, all of my content that's going to be coming out, not just for this series but beyond. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye February, hello March. And as always, stay scared. Bye.